What is up, everybody? This is your man Drake Mack. Get ready to do the audio version of the Drake Mack podcast show. Not a very long show whatsoever. We're going to be talking about the violence that's going on right now in Kansas City. Another child has been murdered, and y'all not gangster for that, So we're going to talk about that and much more. So make sure you guys stay tuned. We're about to get this thing cracking here in a minute, and then we'll be right back with more of the Drake Mack show. So what's up, everybody? This your man Drake Mack. Get ready to do the audio version of the Drake Mack podcast show. Again, we're gonna be talking about these little dudes out here that's out here killing people, killing babies. You know what I mean? Killing babies. And then I got some special shout outs to a couple of brand new authors that's out there doing their thing. So just bear with me for just a moment. About to get the audio version started. Which, if this is the first time you're listening to me on the Drake Mack podcast show, you can go to Spotify, iHeartRadio. You could go to Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, really wherever you listen to podcasts at. You could be able to find the Drake Mack Show, the audio version of this. It pops up, so you don't have to worry about ever missing an episode. I'm up to this is the 176th show, 176 podcasts just for the Drake Mack Show, not including my other podcast, The Legend of the Petty Nerd. So I'm doing my thing, but I want to make sure that I shout out a couple people before I get started. But we about to get this thing rolling, so just bear with me just for a moment. I'm about to get this thing cracking. Yeah, you just reached the hottest podcast in your ear right now. This is the Drake Mack Show. Now, without further ado, here is your host, Drake Mack. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, everybody? This is your man Drake Mack with another episode of the Drake Mack Podcast Show, coming to you live on a Tuesday, the 22nd of September. You already know we're about to walk into Libra season. You know what I mean? Birthday in a few days or 4 days. So, we got to go ahead and shout out to Libras. And before I go ahead and get started with this podcast, I want to shout out my man Jericho Young. Jericho just put out a new book called The Law of Subtraction. The Law of Subtraction. You can find that on Amazon. You can find that you could just Google that and find that anywhere. Jericho Young. He's a life coach. You could just look, like I said, it's Life Coach Jay Young. Everybody who's watching me on Facebook Live, I'm pulling up the book right now. It's The Law of Subtraction. Make sure you guys check it out. I love the opening line of this because he says the truth is a hard pill to swallow. He said the truth is not a hard pill to swallow at all. Reality is. And really, our reality is very hard for us to be able to swallow, especially when we're looking at different things and we're trying to figure out life, and then you figure out that the reality of life itself is just a hard pill to swallow. And then shout out to Aisha Sade, who just put out a new children's book that was written to help parents explain the COVID-19 pandemic. It's available on paperback and ebook form. She's looking to sell 100 plus copies. So I want you to make sure you guys are checking her out. It's Aisha Mason. It says the name of the book is called When the Pandemic Ends. It's a children's book to help parents and children to explain the pandemic. Shout out to Aisha. She's out there doing her thing. out in Texas. So much love to her. And make sure that you guys check out the book. Make sure you guys are checking out everything these authors, these Black people are doing to be able to show the other side, to show the successful side of what's going on out here in the world. You know what I'm saying? It's coming from Black people in America. And shout out to Vanessa Williams. She said, okay, I see you got your own show. Congratulations to you on that. Much love. Vanessa, thank you so very much. Me and Vanessa go way back like flats on the Cadillac. You know what I mean? So shout out to Miss Vanessa. Let's go ahead and get this thing started. We're gonna be talking about this is like I said, I'm not gonna be with y'all a whole lot long on this podcast, but I'm really getting sick of these little dudes out here murdering, shooting people for no apparent reason whatsoever. Not because they hardcore and they out here, you know what I'm saying, making moves or something like that. Just random, just acts of violence. You know what I'm saying? And another child was shot and killed on the other day in Kansas City. And this is ridiculous. The kids are sitting in the car. They shot up the car 23 times and killed this little boy. This is not gang. That's not gangster. I'm going to tell you what gangster is. Go back and watch, you know, these learn about Lucky Luciano and all these other gangsters that was from the 1920s and 30s who put pressure on politicians. Jimmy Hoffa, that put pressure on politicians. You know what I mean? Who had so much organized crime, and they call them gangsters, but really, let's look at it. They distributed organized crime so hard that they put pressure because they had people in high places. They were paying people in high places. They had judges on payroll. They had this, they had that, so they could put pressure on politicians to make them shut them down. You know what I mean? The Italian gangsters, there's other mobsters out there. You know what I mean? That actually organized crime so much that they didn't have crime in their community because they made sure that the only people that was pushing crime in their communities was them. And if folks didn't pay up, that community was safe because the real gangsters made sure that they took care of business. But nah, not y'all little dudes, man. Not y'all little dudes who want to be on TikTok and Instagram and all this and all that on Snapchat, flash your little money, your little gun. Man, that ain't gangster. That's stupid. The stupidity. There ain't nothing hard about that. Y'all not scaring nobody. Y'all not scared. Y'all don't. Let me tell you, when you got cops, they're afraid of real gangsters. You know who's in the office? That's a real gangster. That's a real gangster. People that's in high places that can make you disappear. Those are gangsters. Y'all ain't number little punks. Y'all don't even have the mindset to be able to. You talking about I'm repping this hood. You don't even have the mindset to get gangsters together, make money, build businesses like gangsters do, like real gangsters do, and make sure nobody comes and terrorizes your community. That's gangster. What y'all little dudes is doing, y'all, that's terrorism. That's what that is. Y'all just little local terrorists thinking y'all hard because y'all got y'all little guns and all of that, and y'all not doing nothing. Nothing to help the community whatsoever, but to bring it down and terrorize it. And then when we start talking about voting and voting rights or whatever, y'all the first ones to talk about, nah, I don't need to vote. What I need to vote for? What I need to do this for? Why I need to do that for? What I need to learn for? Why I need an education for? You see what I mean? Gangsters are smart. They're intelligent. They know business. They know avenues. They know how to be able to work the system. Y'all are dummies. Straight crash test dummies. That's what y'all are. If you want to keep it honest, you want to keep it G, y'all are crash test dummies. Stupid. Out here killing kids and women and stuff. And y'all think that that's cool. Y'all think that's all right. That's gangster to go walk around with your AR-15, but y'all not shooting the people the other people who's terrorizing us. Young black man getting beat by the police, y'all not doing nothing but pulling out your phone and be like, oh, man, y'all need to leave them alone. But you ain't gonna do nothing, but you hard, you gangster. You come down here with me, You know what I'm saying? Another black man who's trying to make it. Y'all come out at me with the heat, but y'all not coming at anybody else with the heat. Y'all not coming around here making sure that the community's taken care of, but y'all want to come around and terrorize someone with the heat, talking about this R block. You don't own nothing. Y'all soft. Then y'all get in jail and beat somebody home. Yeah, I said it. Y'all go around bent over with your ankle, with your holding your ankles when you go to jail. Y'all soft, man. Y'all make me sick. That's because real people out here trying to do real things to change the community and make sure that all Black lives matter. That means you, dummy. But no, y'all want to go around and murder our children, murder our future. Y'all not gangsters. Y'all soft. I don't care who said what. Y'all soft. Y'all not making sure that the neighborhood and old people are taken care of. You know what I mean? And the OGs out here, we need to be able to step up and look at these young people like, man, you could be able to do something different. At least out here be on something. Own something. Build a business. That's what you need to do. Y'all out here selling nickels and dimes like y'all out here selling weight. And this is the white folks trap for y'all. That's why they call it the trap. This is the politicians, this is a real gangsters trap for you dummies. And then y'all the first one talking about all these crimes are too harsh. These crimes. Dude, do you know that they take your crimes and use it as propaganda to be able to push legislation, to be able to have the 94 crime bill? Y'all mad? See, this is the thing. And I want Black people to really understand this. I want you to go back and look at the 88 presidential election. It was George Bush Sr. and Michael Dukakis. Michael Dukakis was beating the brakes in the polls over George Bush in the preliminaries. And then they were saying that Democrats were soft on crime, right? So a Black man gets out of jail early, turns around, he rapes a white woman, right? Rapes and kills her. They use him, just that one incident out of the millions of incidents that go on every day in America. And white people rape and kill more women. White men kill and rape more women than Black people. But they use that one Black dude, that one guy, to be able to justify why George Bush Sr., remember, he just came off of being the vice president under Ronald Reagan. And we all know, 80s babies all know about the Reaganomics and Reagan administration. We know clearly about that. So he had this long run, basically being in office for 12 years. 8 years as vice president, 4 years as president. And they was able to justify harsh crime bills. So from 88 to 92, when he was up for re-election, remember, this man literally almost spent 16 years in the presidential office, whether vice president or president. Y'all not hearing me. Y'all not listening. So when Bill Clinton was going against George Bush in the 92 presidential election, they were kept saying that Democrats was not harsh enough on crime. Again, in 88, they used that one guy as propaganda. But then you have to look at the LA riots, which George Bush Sr. didn't get enough aid to LA in time, as they called it, because LA was down there burning. So 92 comes in, Bill Clinton comes in. And y'all really mad about this, but let's think about it just for a second. Not only did you have the LA riots that you used as propaganda, you also had drug and crime just from dope cases. From people murdering each other over dope. If we act like 92, 93 wasn't really a harsh year for the city, whether it's Kansas City, whether it was Compton, South Central LA, whether it was Chicago, whether it's Louisiana. And we forget, New Orleans had the highest crime rate in all of America. New Orleans, Louisiana had the highest crime rate of anyone in Louisiana. So when you look at that 94 crime bill, people was pissed about this 94 crime bill now and who signed it. But for people forget what was going on in those times for them to justify it. That's why we need to be able to put the pistol down against our people and be able to stand up for our neighborhoods, because they use that as justification. But y'all don't see that. And then in the aftermath of that, our people are dying. Children are dying. Y'all not understanding this, people. We need to be able to change this. But y'all get mad at the people who's putting the laws together, but not mad at the people who's out here killing our children. And I guarantee you, Operation Legend is going to be used as propaganda for the Trump administration to be able to say the Democrats don't care about you. Look at the crime rate. And they want to defund the police, but look at the crime rate. Man, y'all not hearing me. Y'all not literally hearing me. And then y'all mad about not voting for the president. I don't want to vote for Joe Biden. I don't want to vote for Kamala Harris. But y'all forget, who's the ones who put the laws into effect? The House of Representatives and the senators, you dummies. Who vote for them? We do. Those are the ones who pass bills. Joe Biden was a senator at that particular time to pass the bill. To be able to write the bill. That's legislation. 3 branches of government. Y'all mad at the people who's writing the laws, but we not out here pushing for young people to stop killing each other. Stop killing our babies. Black Lives Matter. I care about them kids too. I care about our young people. Women out here dying. I'm out here to march for all of it, because I'm sick of our children. I got kids. I got teenagers. I don't want them to die by the hands of guns. Do you know how many times I'm going to scroll by my Facebook page and see people I went to school with, their kid out here, then been killed? And nobody want to do nothing about it. So it's time for us to step up and do something about it. And not kill our own people for nothing. Straight tribalism. Modern day tribalism. But yet y'all don't see that. And this is the thing we need to change. Y'all little dudes ain't gangsters. Y'all not smart enough to be gangsters. I'm just seeing so much potential that our people can be able to do. But if we're not changing what we're doing, the perspective that we have, to be able to say, if we keep saying, oh, y'all kings and queens, but we need to stop acting like peasants. But y'all don't want to hear that. We can't be talking about kings and queens and we're out here acting like straight peasants. Killing own people for absolutely no apparent reason whatsoever. And these are the things that need to change. And I'm ready to go out in the streets to make that change. Are you ready to go out in the streets for our people to make that change? And that's what I'm challenging y'all to do. Let's stop the senseless murder of our people. And let's start bringing up our people. This is your man, Dre Mack, about to get out of here with another episode of the Dre Mack Podcast Show. Again, this is not a long podcast, but I feel so passionate about my people. I don't care if my people is getting murdered by the police. I don't care if my people are getting murdered by the hands of their own people. I'm for Black people, period. And I want to save my Black people. I want to raise up Black people. I want to be able to look at Black people with pride and admiration and salute them. But if we not out here in the streets trying to get our Black people to change their mentality, we're going to fail. And all we're doing is failing our people. And I ain't got no time for that. And that's really all I got to say about that. All right, and special announcement. What I want to do is I want to start bringing black businesses to get sponsored on our show. So what I really want to do is make sure that black businesses, you could be able to get sponsored by the Dre Max Show, have a commercial ran through the Dre Max Show on my platform. My platform is nationwide, is worldwide. I got people in Africa, and I got people in South America and Europe listening to this podcast, and you can be able to be a part of that by sponsoring the podcast and be able to promote your business. So if you want to get on the train to promote your business through the Drake Mack Podcast Show, all you got to do is inbox me at the Drake Mack Show on the inbox, or you can email me at DeAndreMcDonald@gmail.com. That's DeAndreMacDonald@gmail.com. You can inbox me for prices on how to promote your business through a quarterly program. Very cheap quarterly program, but every time that I'm on promoting, doing my podcast, your commercial will be played, and you will be actually sponsoring not only me, but we'll be promoting your podcast everywhere. I mean, promoting your business everywhere. So if you want more information on that, make sure you inbox the Dre Max Show on Facebook, or email me at DeAndreMacDonald@gmail.com. And I will holler at you later. Make sure you guys are picking up The Law of Subtraction by Jay Young, Life Coach Jay Young. The Law of Subtraction is on Amazon or wherever you get your books from, or look for him on Instagram or Facebook. And make sure that you're looking at the When the Pandemic Ends by Aisha Sade. She's doing her thing. Again, it's on Amazon.com on paperback form and on digital Kindle form. I love y'all. Peace and shalom to everyone. I'm out. I love y'all. Peace. Shalom to everyone. Peace and blessings to all y'all.